Do not wait for leaders. Do it alone, person to person. I think relatively easier topic. So I think it's crystal clear what the topic wants. Take initiative or action without waiting for a leader or a messiah, or simply put, be the change, right? So that is what the topic is talking about. Now the thing here is you need to observe that many people are going to focus more on do it alone, person to person, and many people are going to miss out on this aspect of do not wait for leaders, especially at the outset of the essay. You will talk about taking initiative, you will talk about being the change, being your own leader, that anyways we'll see in the body. But the thing here is some of you may have missed do not wait for leaders. Now that you are done with the brainstorming, how many of you have brought in at least two dimensions, or forget two, okay, two, at least two dimensions with respect to why we should not wait for leaders, that too at the start of the essay? Please raise your hands. It's not somewhere in the second half. So only one third of the people assembled here have brought in this aspect of why we need or like what's the need of why we should not wait for the leaders. So the thing here is, if it's given in the topic, if it is given in the topic, it is given there for a reason, and that means that should be addressed in the essay. If you miss this, that means your marks will be deducted for not addressing. Do not wait for the leaders. If you just make it, I will do, we will do this. Gandhi did this. Mandela did this. I know. I'm pretty sure that's all being going to be there in your essays. But the thing here is, if do not wait for the leaders is not addressed, you will be penalized for this. So this topic I chose to show that you have to write do not wait for leaders. As I told, I think I must have told, I'll repeat it again. The thing here is, there was a essay topic, beautiful days do not come to you, you must walk towards them. And almost 80% of the students who wrote that essay never addressed why beautiful days do not come to you, or that beautiful days do not come to you part is not at all there in the essay. And that's something that should not happen. So we will begin the body with uh, why we should not wait for leaders. Before we do that, I want to see any interesting hooks that you might have written for this. So if you can tell it in one word in the chat box, interesting hooks. Afrosha, ठीक है, the beach person, right? Okay, that's a very well one. Apart from that, anybody? Arab Spring, Me Too, not that great. French Revolution, okay. Enlightenment of Buddha, boring. Jadav Payang, boring. Arunachalam Muruganathan, interesting. Karam Singh Kangra, 9/11 attack, okay. Dasrat Manji, boring. Malala, boring. Boyan Slat, to an extent, very interesting. Boyan Slat will be a very apt hook. Good, somebody has read their value added material. Nadia Murad, yes, to an extent, fine. Birsa Munda, okay. Quit India movement as a overall, okay. Sonam Wangchuk will be very good in this context. Anne Frank will be not at all apt. Nirja Banot will be an excellent hook for this. Underground movements, Usha Mehta, how she became a leader from a foot soldier. Savitri Bai Phule cliche. So some of them are very well written, some of them are not that well written. So especially the Boyan Slat one I really liked. Okay, the Afroz Shah also to an extent is very well written. The Quit India movement, though a cliche, but in this context it will be very well written it. Okay, and good, you are thinking in the right direction. So now when we go further, okay, why shouldn't we wait for leader? One caution I want to give you here: this thing should not be over elaborated. So don't elaborate too much. Just a couple of dimensions. You can write it analytically. Now, leaders are careless. They may not pay attention, or leaders may not be aware of ground realities. Leaders may have vested interest. You can all merge them in a couple of paragraphs, add a couple of examples, and be done with it. Leaders may have different priorities, and leaders may lack capabilities. It can be financial, it can be uh, like any number of capabilities. The leaders may lack that. Okay, so they may lack capability. So write that for a couple of paragraphs and then move on. Do it alone, person to person. Now one more thing I want you guys to do, if the topic is like this, is whatever you write here, try and at least have some semblance with the analysis that you must have done for why shouldn't we wait for leaders. Okay, why shouldn't we wait for leaders? Occasionally in dimension, just give a call back to that. Doing it alone. Once the brainstorming is done, I'll just briefly talk about how to do the callback. So in doing it alone, so what are the major dimensions that you people took? You tell me, and then we will first tell me the routine dimensions that you took. We will discuss that. Doing it alone. So what is the first major dimension you took? Scientific mind requires courage. Okay. Okay. What should be done? Okay. Doing alone is a personalized solution. Explorer, write our own destiny. Compulsion, increased zone of acceptance. Proactiveness, your commitment to the purpose should be solid. Civic responsibility, okay. Accountability and responsibility. Will, power to change. Each one is waiting, someone has to start. That's a well written one. So these are the routine ones, okay. But the thing here is, you have to now draw parallels to the above ones that we have already brainstormed. Let's say a leader is not aware of ground realities. So this one, you have to link it with willpower to change. So if leader is not aware of ground realities, you should have that willpower to change, or find yourself way out of the suffering. Now, if leader is having a vested interest, now you have to be your own leader. You have to be your own leader. Now, if the leader has different priorities, so you have to be proactive enough to bring about the change. Now, if the leader lacks capabilities, you have to find a personalized solution for the problem. Now, if you see the left hand side, the analysis that I had done, that is done by me. On the right hand side, I picked up the point that you just gave me and have sort of did match the following. Why I am doing that is I want the essay to be interlinked. I don't want the essay to become very segmented. So, in order to maintain that sense of completion, sense of holisticity, I'm trying to interlink both the parts. Why leaders, why we should not wait for leaders, and why should we do it, or how should we do it alone, person to person. So when you interlink it, your essay has more holisticity. So keep that in mind. Now, other routine dimensions is, I'll go to the next page. Attributes that are needed. I'm pretty sure you all brought in courage, compassion, innovation, everything to do it alone to alone. So I think most of you have covered this routine dimension. Next, I think some of you would have wanted, would have brought in this counter dimension that before the end, need for leaders. Sometimes we need leaders also. And I'm pretty sure some of you might have thought this is a unique dimension. Be your, be a leader yourself. No, it's not. How many of you have written this? Please raise your hands. Be a leader yourself. Yeah, good. About, again, almost one third. I expected more people to ride this dimension, but sadly, very few people have done. Okay, so these are all the routine dimensions. No examples. I'm not focusing more on, because I'm pretty sure the examples will be from Gandhi, Mandela, Usha Mehta, Mother Teresa. How many of you have used these examples? Gandhi, Mandela, Usha Mehta, Mother Teresa. Yeah, you shouldn't have used. Now the thing here is, these people are, Gandhi is the established leader, Mandela is the established leader, Usha Mehta is okay to use, Mother Teresa is okay to use. So if you have used established leader, any established leader before they became a leader. Now Usha Mehta ultimately ended up being a leader, but in Quit India movement is when she stepped up the notch. Right. So if you have used established leader, how they did it, that will look very poorly on your essay. This is one major mistake that you people have done. If you have established leader, but if you have used the people or leaders before they were leaders, then that is fine. Then that is totally fine. But if you have used established leader, because this essay is not about leadership. This essay is not about leadership. This essay is about, we should not wait for leaders. We have to take initiative. We have to be proactive. We have to take action. And that is the topic. And if you have not taken proper examples, your arguments may be good, but your substantiation may not be fine. Yes, in counter argument, you can obviously use. Counter argument you need. Sardar Patel was already leader in Bardoli Satyagraha. Mumbai Dabbawalas, yes, very well. Malala and Greta, yes, will be perfect examples for this. So, established leaders trap. Okay. So now let's talk a little bit of uniqueness, and we'll wrap up this. Okay. unique dimensions, what apart from the routine dimensions that we just brainstormed. You can start. I'll tell if it's routine or no. Leaders are born, situation made them so. Situation is a normal dimension. अकेला चना भात नहीं फोड़ सकता. Okay, पहाड़ नहीं फोड़ सकता. Okay, going alone, easily silenced. That's a counter dimension, but not very unique. Meet leader in person to person. Mhm. Don't do it yourself. And also stop others from following someone blindly. Okay, little selfish there, but to an extent good. Not all societal shifts are leaders. Some are silent revolutions. Fine. Predeterminism will not be very apt. Sometimes there is no leader amidst chaos. Okay, कल का टॉपिक का ओवरहैंग हो रहा है, chaos आ रहा है आज. Not all leaders are leaders. Lack of social, it's of sort of a counter dimension. He's saying lack of social capital hence requires leaders to ensure people to people. Need community participation also instead of alone. Come on, yeah, not a single one which was mind blowing. This all seems very routine. What if we are not able to do alone? What if, yes, in a new field, no one is expert. All of it together, still not a one satisfying one which could be little. No need for leader, no need of doing it alone. Collective consciousness, decentralized coordination. Be a trailblazer and make ideology which people make it as a way of life, as easy to light a candle from a burning candle. This is a very good one. Okay, be a trailblazer. Okay, this one I liked. You can be a burning candle. Sometimes peers are needed rather than leaders. Okay. Even leaders are needed to make us identify our own strength. That is a proper counter dimension. Prepare under others' leadership to become a leader later, to an extent. Okay, but nothing worth going on the sheet I'm scribbling. Leaders usually say, while people have to do, and well done is always better than well said. Hence, in action, there is real leadership. Okay, that's decent enough. Life is too long to walk alone. Okay, then I will have to start. Okay, let's see if do it alone, but hold leaders accountable. Because their inaction, because the cost of their inaction, because cost of their inaction may be greater than their greater than your action. So I think, because yes, it's very good to do it alone, but the thing is you have to hold the leaders accountable, because sometimes no matter what you do, it may not be enough, and the cost of their inaction, they're not doing, might be very great than your action. For example, I will substantiate it using the India against corruption protests. They did it. Anna Hazare and team. They did it. But the thing here is they held the government accountable also, because there the cost of government inaction was very much greater than the action of the India against corruption, and that finally resulted in the establishment of Lokpal. Because normal people are inherently limited. Okay, so this I feel will be a little thought provoking. And then obviously in the call for action, you will be solving a lot of problems. But remember, leadership problems, like, that is there again. Here broad problems, you will bring in climate change, wars again. It is going on wherever the leadership is of faltering. Okay, that that part. Okay, and then at the end you will tell about taking initiatives. Okay, uh, being the agent of change. Okay, so all those things you will talk about, and whether it's a common person or a leader, everybody has to do their duty, their dharma. As the world grapples with so many issues as seen above, the change can come from within, the change can come from outside, but it is imperative that the change comes, and we should be open for that change. And if we see that no change is forthcoming, be the change you want to see in the world, as said by the wise person in that spectacles, Mahatma Gandhi. So you do that, and you can, in the essay or any other template that you may have prepared, you can fit it there. All right, good job. Mains is approaching. All right, so let's keep doing it. Okay, and then we will meet on Monday again, 9:15. Sorry, Monday 9 o'clock. And last week we will do it daily. All right. So all of you people, those keep your nerves calm. Okay, you're doing just fine. Yeah, sorry, Tuesday. My bad. We will be meeting on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. All right. So keep your nerves calm and keep smiling. Eat healthy and sleep well. Take care. Bye bye.